What's up? It's Jeremy Picker from Amber Creative.
This is Deanna with In the Zoning and Print Girl Mafia.
This is Ray Weiss with Printing the Night of the Lion.
You're listening to the Two Regular Guys podcast.
Hosted by Terry Combs RG, Regular Guy, and Aaron Montgomery.
The place to be for industry news.
The best dad jokes on earth, along with relevant topics to apparel decorators.
Fashion to the people.
The show, it is Friday, November 7th, 2025. I'm Terry Combs. You can find me at terrycombs.com.
And I'm Aaron Montgomery with our Success Group and American Print and Supply. And Terry, this week, we've said it since the beginning of the REGGIE shows. This is our favorite, probably what I would consider our most important show of the year. This is where we get to highlight all of the people that are out there making a difference in other people's businesses, from the products to the service to the education to the coming on the Two Regular Guys podcast, right? It's REGGIE nominees will be announced today, and we will go through everybody that was nominated, not just the ones that we will be voting on here for the next month. So great show. I always love this show, Terry. And, and the cool part is every year, we've been doing this for 13 years as far as the REGGIEs go. And there's new names on the list every year that we get to meet, right? Even after 13 years, you figure we'd know everybody, but nope, not. I went through the list last night and I'm like, oh, I don't know them. I don't know them. I don't know them. So this is cool.
That also is one of my favorite parts because, and as you said, every year we meet some new folks and have them on the show and broaden the base of the Two Regular Guys podcast. And, before the show started, Aaron, you had mentioned all the people that get nominated that they've shined a light on other people, and they need to know that they made a difference this past year in somebody's life, some business's success. So
absolutely. In fact, we talked this morning about let's make sure that everybody that got nominated knows about it. We'll do our best to track down everybody and just send them a little note. We might even record a little fun Two Regular Guys video. Who knows? That was a great idea by Eric. So I think this is really important to the growth of our industry, Terry.
Exactly. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And on the secret sauce today, I'm going to be bringing the sauce. So it's called Why Buy Equipment Before the End of the Year. So 2025 is winding down. I'm sorry to bring that up to everybody, but let's talk about the equipment you're planning to buy next year, or maybe you should buy it this year. Stay tuned to the very end for the secret sauce.
I love it. I can't wait. Yeah, definitely. I'll have got my marker ready to go, and we'll be taking some notes. Junior yellow legal pad, if that's your jam. And then another thing to announce here, Terry, we had Jay Bassell on the show recently to talk about this program. But for those of you that were waiting to the last minute, now is the time to sign up for Automate and Elevate, kind of exploring how AI and automation are shaping the future of branded merch. So that's happening on November 13th. At 1 o'clock Eastern, which is next Thursday, if you are tuned in live right now. And if you'll go to brandedmerchnetwork.com/automate-elevate, that will allow you to register for that show and be able to join us next week. So a little bonus session happening right here on the Two Regular Guys Network. But that is it won't be available on our regularly podcast programs. You do have to sign up for that. Again, at brandedmerchnetwork.com/automate-elevate to be able to register and get access to that program next week.
And it's free.
Good point. My favorite price, right? when I'm paying, right? When somebody else is paying. So check that out. Yeah, definitely. So, and then Terry, today, our normal news rotation would be Marcia Derryberry with Screen Printing Magazine. But Marcia is still recovering, and everything I'm seeing, I haven't had a chance to talk to her directly recently, but everything I've seen on social media and stuff like that sounds like she's still headed in the right direction. So, prayers are still with her and hoping for a speedy recovery, excuse me. But we do expect to see her back again next year, Terry. So we just kind of hold this slot open and appreciate, Screen Printing Magazine is still putting out great content. She's doing that from the background, so she's just not able to get in front of the camera right now.
Right. But she is documenting her recovery day by day.
There you go. There you go. Love it.
Follow.
Yep. All right. Well, we've got some folks tuned in here ready for the Reggies. I'm hoping they have their pom-poms with them, Terry, so we can celebrate all these folks. But Chuck Peterson checking in this morning. Good morning, Chuck. Thank you for being here. And Doug Sobel checking in from Lake Casitas, California. For the weekend. That sounds awesome. Amazing. And then we also have Cassie Green joining us this morning. Cassie from The Apparelist, such an integral part of the Two Regular Guys program as well in the news segment and everything else that she does. So appreciate you being here this morning to celebrate the Reggie nominees with us.
Yeah. And Cassie, by the way, I'm feeling pretty good about today's dad joke.
Yeah. She did really make us up our game, right? When she recorded her intro, and said the best dad jokes on earth, right? I can hear her saying that every time. It goes, "Oh, would this be considered the best dad joke on earth?" Let's try.
What would Cassie say about this joke?
Yeah. What would Cassie say? Poor Cassie gets lumped into the whole dad joke thing, but we appreciate her sharing that. And so speaking of that, Terry, the bar is set high, Cassie says. So let's see how you do. I think you have done a good job here, but we'll let the audience, and Eric is always good to gauge this as well. So Terry, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it. Aaron, cars have too many gadgets these days.
Huh? Yeah. Why do you say that?
Well, I tried to back up yesterday. And my car played a video of a guy being run over by a car. Cassie? Yay?
Yeah. Here's the part that so again, you guys don't get to see what we see in the background here. And if you're the podcast listener, you don't get to see all the goings on here. But Eric was pre-face palming before the little hit was even played for the dad joke. So I knew it was a good one right away. All right.
Well, I did my screen printing class last week, and I mentioned the podcast, and Samantha said dad jokes.
That's right. All right. Well, let's do some housekeeping so we can get to the Reggie Awards.
All right. Before we dive in, we'd like to thank everybody for checking out the Two Regular Guys podcast. We need your voices still. We would love to have the regulators participate in our show intros. Go to osg.link/intro, read a few sentences, and be a part of every show. Don't be left out. We are always looking for new guests. So if you or anyone you know would like to join us, go to calendly.com/2 regular guys to book a future episode, or email us at info@tworegularguys.com with your show ideas. If you're listening to the podcast version of the show, we would appreciate you sharing the Two Regular Guys podcast with all of your industry friends so they can become regulators too. We would appreciate you giving us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcast, YouTube Podcast. Wherever you do your podcast listening, we are there. And if you're listening live, please join in with your comments and your questions and your congratulations for any of the nominees that you especially have a relationship with.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, Terry. I want to make sure that we hit that. If you guys legit, the whole idea behind this is that we are sharing the gratitude with folks for what they've done for people, right? And the more we share that, the more they're going to do that, and the more we're going to be inspired to do that, and the more the industry is going to get better. And this whole concept that I try to live by, a rising tide lifting all boats. But it starts with action from us, right? So if you know somebody, you know how to reach somebody that gets nominated, maybe they're here, you congratulate them in the comments, but send them a note, send them a Facebook message or an email or a text, or give them a call or whatever, and just say, hey, congratulations for being nominated. That's a big deal, right? So
brighten somebody's day.
Absolutely. And then see what ripples out from that. So, all right, well, let me go back to a couple more quick comments here before we dive in. So Ramona says, morning, this is a can't miss show. 100%. Kingsbury Crafts checking in. Good morning, everyone. Ramona did miss the dad joke. So should we do it again?
Sure.
Kidding. Ramona, you know that you can go back and listen again, but we got Tone Dan jumping in and saying hello. So, all right, well, let's do this. I don't know if we've got a drum roll or not, but oh no, we save that for the awards announcements in a month from now.
Exactly. So, Aaron, you do the rules every time, and they're all written on the website. How did we do this year?
Well, you know what? I think we're getting through, right? I'll say that, right? Like, I did not have to throw out a whole bunch this year. There were a couple still that kind of reading is a challenge. It must be, right. You know, somebody said, hey, go do this, and they did it and didn't read along, right? So when I have people being nominated for products, that one gets thrown out right away. Product of the year, so and so is nominated. Now, I did also notice this year that AI did help with some nominations. Apparently, there was. I love that people are sharing kind of the why behind things. But there were a couple where I'm like, oh man, goodness, that is a copy and paste right out of ChatGPT. So that was fun. It was interesting. I don't think I'd seen that before. But yeah, no, I think we did a good job. So let's applaud the regulators out there for following the rules. Like I said, didn't have to really throw out hardly any this year, and appreciate that people were doing that. Nominees came in, and we had some close ones. So this year, there's a few where we'll only be voting on 4, but yeah, we can go through that in each product. And then just to kind of let people know where we go from here. So the voting is officially open. I actually just turned it on, so I didn't have to forget about it. So I didn't like go, oh, shoot, I forgot. And it's a weekend later, right? You know, people are trying to nominate. So it's just right back at the same place where we nominated. It just takes you to a different page now, to regularguys.com/Reggies. Eric's got that on screen for our live viewers. And you can go and start voting already. So you kind of get, but stay here. Let us go through this. And so that, excuse me, that voting will go until December 11th at 5 p.m. Central Time. And then we will announce the winners and try to have as many of them on the show as we can on December 12th. So that's the program, Terry.
All right. That sounds good. Do you want me to start off with the Fresh Impact Product Award?
Perfect. Let's do it.
Okay, the 2025 Fresh Impact Product Award. This category shines a light on products that have made a notable difference in our industry during the calendar year. To qualify, products should have hit the market within the last 3 years and have yet to be on the voting list in previous years. This award aims to acknowledge the fresh and influential contributions these new products bring to our field, showcasing innovation and progress. Last year, it was Caesar's Compostable Pure HT, which was a lot of fun interviewing them about.
Yep.
Testing it in flower pots in the office.
Yeah. And doing a live broadcast to prove it worked. I mean, man, that's gutsy. So
bravery in action.
Yeah, that's all right. That's right.
All right. The ones we'll be voting on are the Epson G6070 DTF printer,
Nice.
the Kraken from American Print and Supply, Kraken DTF printer, 3D Puff from SPSI, Madeira's Sensa Green Sustainable Lyocell Thread, and
Very
also nominated the Sentinel Automated Vision DTF cutting, Epson F1070 printer, Hydra DTF printer from American Print and Supplies. So get out there and vote for those.
Yep, absolutely. So again, the ones we're voting on, the Epson G670, the Kraken, 3D Puff Foam from SPSI, and Madeira's Sustainable Thread there. And you did a very good job of reading those difficult names in there.
We haven't gotten to the people yet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. So there you go. There's our products of the year, Fresh Impact Product Awards. Excited to see who's going to win there, and great stuff and great products, right? I'm familiar with most all of those, and I think that we hit the mark this year. So
you know, Aaron, I remember during the disease that shall not be named, this was kind of sparse because people just weren't coming out with a lot of new products during COVID, and so it's nice to see these brand new products that have hit the market.
Absolutely. All right. So the next category, Terry, is the Customer Care Spotlight Award. It's basically customer service. This category is all about recognizing a company and, if applicable, a specific individual within that company who's shown exceptional customer service in our industry. It's about spotlighting those who go the extra mile to ensure that customers are satisfied. And if the award highlights the importance of a customer-focused approach and celebrates the companies and individuals who embody this principle in their daily operations. Last year's winner, as a reminder, was Joseph Eric from the Magic Touch. So well-deserved award winner last year. Here are and we got a company and a person in all of the ones we will be voting on. So excited about that.
Yeah.
So the 5 we will be voting on this year in no particular order is Morgan Malone from Lane 7. We've got Liz Beavers, who's an embroidery specialist at SPSI. We've got Angie. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. Angie Messy. I should know this because we've had her on our. Huh?
I believe it was Mies.
Mies, you're right. I'm sorry. I did know that. I just had that brain explosion there. Angie Mies from UX Print, who we've had on the show, and we actually have her coming on again before the end of the year. So excited to talk to Angie. Roy and Dave, I believe that they're in technical support at Equipment Zone there, Terry. You can correct. Yeah.
Correct.
I'm familiar with Roy. I don't know if I've met Dave yet. So
Roy is the senior technician. Dave is the support manager.
Awesome. Love it. Okay. You know what? I have met Dave. Jeez, yeah. I know exactly who. Took me back a lot of years, but okay. Right. So Roy and Dave from Equipment Zone, and then Keith, Jay, and Sean from American Print and Supply. So that's who we will be voting on. Other nominees here that we want to celebrate: David Haynes from Corel Trainer, Deanna Irbe, who's with Print Biz, formerly DTG Connection, and also has her company, The Print Bakery. Paul Morales from Epson America. Joseph Eric from the Magic Touch got nominated again. So congratulations. Marshall Atkinson, Amy Dowell, Renee Rosales with Tex-Mex, Stalls as a company, and then Vic Patel with Craft Express also got nominated. So congratulations to everybody there, and keep doing what you're doing and putting your customers first and leaning into that. You guys know me, I'm a huge proponent of being customer focused. And I think that if you do that, the results will follow as opposed to the other way around. So,
yeah. Anybody who's on this list and as you said, names attached to all of them, but one, and you're doing something special if you make this list. Yep. So, congratulations to everybody on this list.
Definitely. Yep.
Okay. Well, the next category, the 2025 Industry Education Excellence Award. This category recognizes the best teacher or online education source that helps people learn in our industry in 2025. It's for those who love to teach and share knowledge, not sell things through their talks or posts. The award is open to amazing teachers and online spots like podcasts, blogs, video channels, virtual events, and training sessions that make learning fun and easy. Last year, the winner was our good friend Jay Bassell. All right, this year, the nominees that we will be voting on: Aaron Montgomery from our Success Group and the Two Regular Guys podcast, Dave Connor from Stalls, Kim Johnson from Paisley Joe Designs, David Haynes from Corel Trainer. Also nominated were Bill Garvin, Angie Mies, Jeff Fuller, Lori Donovan at Sawgrass, Mark Coudray, Patrick Ali at Caesar North America, Sue Wilson Brown of OML Embroidery, our good friend Cassie Green, Katie Wubin of Trouble Me Not Embroidery, and Printing United Alliance's iLearning Plus education and certification platform. So we're going to be voting for Aaron Montgomery, Dave Connor, Kim Johnson, or David Haynes.
Love it. Love it. What an amazing list. I am so honored to be on that list. And I'm good to see some new names on there too, for sure. So sometimes the education thing, right, it kind of becomes the good old boy network a little bit. And, I always appreciate moving out of the way and learning from others. So I'm excited to see some new names on the list this year.
Perfect. Yeah, me
Yep.
too.
All right. Well, this one was a little more sparse this year. I think we're kind of back into a steady trade show diet, but this is the Decorators Hub Trade Show Award, and the category aims to honor an in-person event that significantly benefited, educated, and fostered networking within the decorators community in 2005 here. It's about applauding the events that offer a robust platform for learning, connecting, and growing together. Through this award, we seek to acknowledge the hard work and dedication that goes into organizing an in-person trade show that truly serves and uplifts our industry's community. So last year's winner was the Printing United Las Vegas event. So this year, we really ended up with just 4 nominees. And so we're going to be voting on all 4 of them. The Printing United Expo in Orlando was nominated. And then we do have in parentheses there, heard a lot of really great things about the apparel zone in those nominations as well. So kudos for the entirety of the expo. But obviously in our space, we spent a lot of time in the apparel zone back there. So that was good. Impressions Expo in Long Beach was also nominated. And then the Applique Getaway, as Terry says, the best trade show name there is. I would tend to agree. And then also Shirt Lab. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Aaron, I can see this being a small category because so many people really focus on specifically on the large scale, Printing United and Impressions Expo Long Beach. And of course, the greatest trade show name of all time, Applique Getaway, and our good friends at Shirt Lab. But, there are lots of shows out there, but I think there's big focus on a couple.
Yeah, I agree. So, I'm excited. For many years, I think maybe almost the first 10 years, I can't say 100% for sure. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but Impressions Expo in Long Beach kind of stole the show. Dax popped in there a few times, and then it's kind of been Printing United ever since. So we'll see. Interested to see who's going to get the nod this year.
It's like a dynasty.
That's right. It is like a dynasty. Great shows. I'm excited. I didn't get a chance to go to Applique Getaway or any of the Shirt Lab things this year, but I've been at Impressions and Printing United, and so I'm excited to see again who comes out on top there.
Awesome. All right, the 2025 Rising Star Award. This award seeks to highlight an individual under 40 who's making waves in our industry. The nominee should embody the essence of excellence in garment and product decoration, showcasing creativity, skill, and a positive impact in the field. Before making a nomination, please ensure that they are indeed under 40. This is about fresh perspectives brought forth by emerging talents in our industry. And last year, the winner was Kylie Salva of Couture Creations.
Yeah. Hey, Terry, just real quick. I do have to also give another shout out to the regulators here for this category. There was nobody that showed up on the nomination list that I was like, no chance they're 40, right? Like, so we've had that in the past, right? Where it's like, I know Terry's kind of a rising star, but I don't think that he fits this bill, right?
40 years in the industry is not under 40.
Yeah, that's right. So just kudos. I'm 99% sure that all of the nominees are actually under 40. So.
All right, the nominees that we will be voting on: Rob Super, American Print and Supply; Reese Barber from Chipley; Davis Slagle from B Graphics; Patrick Ali from Caesar North America; Sam Lapsovic
Good job.
of Branded Threads, and also nominated Ali Bruce, Corbin Linder at Utter Color, Angie Meese from UX Print, Megan Rodenhouse from Craft Expression, and Luna.
So I left Luna in there because it is an inside thing, and I know who Luna is. Luna is Rob Super's dog, who's also the 53 month in a row Employee of the Month at American Print and Supply. So
I hear that comes with a bonus.
yeah, extra dog treats. So
Right.
yes. So yes, I left that in there more as an inside joke, but thank you for
I was
playing along.
wondering. All right. So we're going to be voting on Rob Super, Reese Barber, Davis Slagle, Patrick Ali, Sam Lefsevic. And I don't know if you've mentioned to Rob, but when I go into witness protection, and at some point in time that's going to happen,
Sure.
I'm going to steal Rob's name. I'm going to be Rob Super.
Okay. All right. Well, you could be Super Rob.
That's true.
Interesting.
Super
All right.
Dave. Super Dave.
Love it. All right, cool. Well, love it. Love that category. And I love seeing new names here, people that I'm not familiar with. And that's what that category is all about, right? Like who do we need to be supporting, lifting up and giving them the praises for what they're doing in the space. And so I think we've got a really good list here, Terry. So
I think so too.
all right. So moving on here, the 2025 Women's Voice Award. This is all about celebrating a person who is working hard to spotlight the roles and achievement of women in our industry. It's for someone who is making a big difference in raising awareness and boosting the profile of women in the garment decorating field. Through this award, we aim to say a big thank you and cheer on the ongoing efforts to create a more inclusive and inspiring industry for everyone. Last year's winner was Adrienne Palmer, and well-deserved winner there. So this year we will be voting on these 4 nominees: Cassie Green with The Apparelist, Lisbeth Lyons Black with Printing United, Nicole Pape, who's the CEO of Embellisher, and then Teresa Hagel with ASI. So those who we're voting on. Other nominees this year were Adrienne Palmer, Alexis Galloway, Angie Meese, Jen and Kelly from Stalls. Jenna and Kelly from Stalls. We've had both of them on the program before. Megan Griffin with P&M Apparel, and Nikki Bowen from Cotton Street Apparel. So great list. And as Cassie says here, all-star lineup of rising stars, but also a all-star lineup of the Women's Voice Award as well, Terry.
Yeah, and this award kind of sprouted from we for several years would turn over the microphones to the women in garment decorating, the women in decorating, and once every quarter, and then it took on a life of its own and out into the world.
Out into the world, yes, definitely. So I love that, and this is definitely always one of my favorite awards to keep an eye on. Right, again, we've kind of looked at our program, called the Two Regular Guys, and said, how can we make sure that we're helping grow the voices, right? Like nobody's going to listen to us about issues on. So how do we do that? And I love this award because, we've had Cassie on, we've had Lisbeth on, we've had Teresa on. Now we got to get Nicole and the rest of these folks on the show. And anytime we can get new perspectives, I think we're only going to be better as an industry. So
100%.
good stuff.
All right. The next award, the 2025 Two Regular Guys Podcast Guest Star Award. This award is all about appreciating the guest who not only shared a wealth of information that was a game changer for your business, but also kept you entertained on the Two Regular Guys podcast. It's the guest whose insights and engaging demeanor made a lasting positive impression, helping to blend valuable learning with enjoyment and entertainment. Last year, Dane Clement. Well-deserved.
Yes, indeed.
This year, we'll be voting on our good friend again, Jay Bassell from the Branded Merch Network, Dane Clement from Stalls, Johnny Shell, Kylene Montgomery, who we all know. Also nominated Angie Meese from the Shirt Shack.
That's on me.
Our own Eric Campbell, Ramona McKee, right there watching live, and Teresa Hagel. So we'll be voting on Jay Bassell, Dane Clement, Johnny Shell, and Kylene Montgomery.
Love it. Love it. This award category, Terry, I think obviously it's a bit of fun for us, but it's also a great way for us to say, hey, who's resonating, right? Like,
right.
Because you think about all the people that have been nominated here, they don't show up with an agenda or what's in it for me. They show up with like, hey, I've got information to share, and you guys have a platform to share it. Can we show up and do that? And I'd say every single one of these nominees has put their heart and soul into that, right? Obviously, Jay is always a ton of fun. We love having Dane on as our art guy. Man, every time we have Johnny Shell on, it's like just a notebook full of great information and understanding about what's coming through. You know, I hated seeing him leave, you know, at the time SGIA, but I think he was really meant for the role that he's in right now. I mean, it's like perfect. And I was so blessed to be able to share my wife with the world. I'm joyous to get to spend every day with her, but to bring her on this podcast when Christine and Cassie interviewed her, I thought that was really cool. So
Super.
All right. Well, rounding out the Reggies, and Ramona, you well deserved. So she says, "Oh my, thank you," and again, well deserved. All right, Terry. This is kind of the, what do we call this? Kind of the Oscar-ish.
The Best Picture Award.
Best Picture Award. This is our 2025 Best Ambassador for the Industry. And this category is to recognize someone who represents our industry within and without, right, in the daily dealings in the industry, but just how they live their lives and exemplify all the positive aspects of garment and product decorating. I think that's really important, at least to me, Terry, for this award, is that just there's so many positive things. We're stuck in the day-to-day a lot of times, but there's so many positive, good things that are coming out of our industry, you know, from the sustainability, from the inclusivity, from just creating these tactile, beautiful pieces that we see throughout the industry. You know, how do we lift that up? How do we support that? So last year's winner was Cassie Green with The Apparelist. And again, very well-deserved winner last year. So this year, Terry, the nominees, the people we will be voting on, are Jed Seifert, who we've had on the show. Love his inclusivity flag that he carries and creating space for. I love the fact that he always says, we don't have a hiring problem in this industry, right? Like, it's not a lack of labor. It's a lack of ability to see the bigger picture. So Jed Seifert, Dave Connor with Stalls. I think that's a great nomination. Dave is out there doing really good things in the industry and space. I made the list, so I'm very humbled and honored. So Aaron Montgomery of our Success Group and two regular guys. This nominee, I was super happy to see. We've got Mr. Terry Combs, the one and only Terry Combs, RG of Equipment Zone, and two
Really
regular
cool.
guys.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, good job, Terry. And then Brett Bowden with Printed Threads and Made Labs. So doing some big stuff out there. So that's who we'll be voting on this year. The other nominees, lots of great people in this category here. Chuck Northcutt, Kristen Leary from Original Apparel in Steamboat, Justin Armenta, Marshall Atkinson, Warren Werbit from The Print Whisperer, Jeff Fuller, Monty Mims with Sanmar, and Lon Winters of Graphic Elephants. So
Awesome list.
Yeah, great list. So congratulations to all of the nominees. And again, our goal here as the two regular guys is to provide a platform to recognize people that are doing the things, right? Doing the positive uplifting, growing our industry and fighting the good fight too, right? So I think we've done that this year, Terry.
I think so too. I'm very excited to get out there and vote.
Yep, absolutely. So again, the voting is live. If you go to tworegularguys.com/Reggies, you can go start placing your votes now. And we will be voting through the 11th of December at 5 p.m. Center of the Universe time here. So 6 o'clock Eastern. And so go get your votes in right now and make sure that if you are nominated, go share, right? Let's get record-breaking number of votes this year, Terry. That would be awesome.
And nothing wrong with blowing your own horn, as my mom would say.
And go blow some other people's horns. That sounds a little odd, but so all right. Hey, let's just quick round of applause for everybody. Congratulations to all the nominees. Maybe a little pom-pom action. Congrats. Love it. I don't think we'll hold the confetti cannon for later time.
Yeah, when your wife's not home.
That's right. She's probably like standing at the top of the stairs to come grab me before I set it off right now. So again, congratulations, everybody. And as Cassie says here, each of these people is without a doubt an industry ambassador. So
I couldn't agree more.
yeah. All right. Well, good stuff, Terry. Let's go ahead and share what's coming up here, where you're going to be. I know the year's wrapping up for you and things are maybe still coming together, but where can we learn a little bit more?
Yeah, my complete screen print business course. I did my last class of the year last weekend. It was awesome in Chicago.
Nice.
No problem with the lines. I've flown to Orlando and back, and Chicago and back in the last 2 weeks, and no lines at security. So
Yeah,
you know,
I went
guess
through
that's what
Atlanta.
coming, but
Yeah, I went through Atlanta, and that's normally like even when it is fully staffed, that's normally a terrible airport to get through. At least in my experience, it was fine. I think some of the horror stories are a little overblown.
a little fear mongering, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I have turned over my list of available dates for 2026, if you can believe that, Aaron, to the folks at Atlas Screen Supply, and they're perusing through to pick out dates for next year, and watch for all of my upcoming events at terrycombs.com. How about you, Aaron?
Awesome. Yeah, looking forward to seeing where you're gonna land and getting out there and doing that class. I know you've been doing that for what, 30 years now, something?
Well, I've been teaching class starting at US Screen 24 years ago.
Okay. All right.
So,
All right. I wasn't sure if you were teaching before that, but then those US
just
Screen
seminars, just
Yeah.
not a full on.
Not a
Here's
full
how,
class
here's
like
how to
that,
do it. Now you do
I
it.
mean, you've had thousands of students come through it. It's always fun to be at a trade show with you and have former students come up, and now they're 10 years in, and
Yeah.
things are going awesome, and they appreciate the foundation that you gave them. And so I love
like when we were interviewing Tom Round. That was probably 10 years ago. We interviewed him, and Tom, how did you get started? And we were at a live event, ThreadX. Well, I came to your class 8 years ago.
Yeah. There you go. I love it. So for me, Terry, the travels are done for the year as far as the seminars and out into the industry here. But there's plenty happening over in our Facebook group, which we call the Entrepreneur Success Hub. In fact, right now we've got a gratitude challenge going on. It's a 30-day gratitude challenge where we just reflect on all the things that we're grateful for in this Thanksgiving month here in the United States. So if you want to check that out, go over to osg.link/group. And the other reason why I encourage you to make sure that you're in that group and watching and keeping your eyes peeled is I'm going to be announcing really soon, I'm super close on this, a new fundamentals business builder program. I'm taking the first 13 businesses that want to rebuild their foundation so they can fall deeper in love with what they get to do by being more fulfilled in their day-to-day operations, as well as the tools to achieve their business goals. We're basically going to help people kind of become fundamentals of business success driven businesses. I think there's a real strategy and process in there. And I've got a plan for taking people through a program so they build that foundation and fall back in love with what they get to do each day. So this pilot program, again, I mentioned 13 spots. Several are already reserved from my mastermind programs and other places. So if you are interested, make sure that you are staying tuned in that group. And or if you want to reach out to me directly and say, hey, I'm interested in learning more when it's available, please do. I'll make sure that you get on the top of the list there. But I will be announcing it first in the Entrepreneur Success Hub. And if we don't get enough people in there, then we'll finally announce it publicly. But that's where you need to be. And then the other thing I've got happening, Terry, is tomorrow, Small Business Saturdays episode happen every Saturday for the most part at noon Central Time. And tomorrow will be a discussion of what I've found to be 5 prerequisites of entrepreneurship. And really the discussion is to get us to a point where how can we cultivate those prerequisites to become the strengths of who we are as entrepreneurs. So you can tune in live at liveosg.com, which will take you over to my YouTube page. And while you're there on the YouTube page, make sure to subscribe And there's lots of other great business mindset topics and tips right there on our YouTube channel. So check that out. All right. And then Eric, he is going to be, let's see, we're all good here. Okay. Thank you, Eric. So you can join Eric this afternoon for the Take Up Thread Break featuring Joe Kramer. I love the thread break where Eric brings in a guest to interview. It's super cool. So Joe Kramer is going to talk about how shops of all sizes see success with expo education. In the episode, Eric is going to bring on embroidery digitizer, designer, and all-around applique evangelist and educator extraordinaire, Joe Kramer, to discuss what embroiderers, digitizers, shop owners, and stitch-obsessed creatives can gain from educational and networking opportunities at trade shows. So jump in with Eric at 4:30 Eastern Time, 2:30 Mountain Time, and make sure you're asking questions and sharing your insights on the topic and beyond. If you're a reciprocator, you're going to want to be there. I love that name, Eric, by the way. So you can check out ericcampbell.com and then just find the Take Up tab that's at the top of that website there. Also, Eric is already jumping into sharing 2026. So he's breaking the seal, Terry. The Technique Toolkit is going to be back at Impressions Expo in Long Beach, and that is coming sooner than we think. So you're going to join Eric, Joe Kramer, Justin Armenta, and Katie Wubin for a 4-in-1 workshop all about creating looks for B2B commercial embroidery that rival retail and move beyond boring commodity work. So the Technique Toolkit, that's an awesome seminar. I've heard lots of really good feedback about that. So you can register at the link that is on screen there, and then use the code SPEAK210 for 20% off your full conference pass there. Use code SPEAK210 over there at impressionsexpo.com. All right. You all need to bring that to all the Impressions Expos. There you go. That's not up to Eric all the time or the folks there. Right? There's some, you may want to reach out to the folks at Impression and say, loosen up your pocketbooks a little bit, please.
We want more Eric Campbell.
We need more Eric. Let's like start a chant. All right. Terry, secret sauce time, dude. I'm excited for this one. It's very timely, and I can't wait to learn a little bit more from you here. So if you're ready, let's do it.
I'm ready. Let's do it. My secret sauce today is why buy equipment before the end of the year. So pardon me for bringing up taxes and the fast approaching end of the year for that matter. But if you're thinking about investing in any new equipment next year, you might want to consider making that purchase before the end of this year. Let me start by saying I am not an accountant and therefore not attempting to give you tax advice. But this is really something that could save you money. You may have heard of the IRS Section 179 deduction. This allows a business to deduct the full purchase price of qualifying equipment and software in the year it is placed into service, instead of writing it off over several years. This deduction was created as an incentive for small and medium-sized businesses to invest in growth and reduce their tax burden. And that's the key point, reducing your tax debt come next April, which is unfortunately around the corner. So what purchases qualify? Equipment you use in your business, such as screen presses, DTF printers, heat presses, and so on. Computer software, office furniture, work vehicles, and also physical property improvements like HVAC, security systems, etc. Now, this property investment deduction is for non-residential building improvements, so not in your basement. So here's some of the fine print. You cannot use Section 179 to create a net loss for your business. In other words, the deduction you claim can't be greater than your total net taxable income. The equipment must be purchased or financed and ready for use by the end of the tax year to qualify. So don't put the So don't put the equipment purchase off until New Year's Eve And if you're applying for a loan or a lease, get that rolling now so you don't miss the December 31st deadline. Keep in mind the equipment or property purchase must be used for business purposes more than 50% of the time. Bottom line, IRS Section 179 is a great tool to help your business reduce tax liability in this current year, investing in necessary assets now, improving your cash flow, and encouraging growth of your business. And my disclaimer, one more time, I am not an accountant. Always consult with a tax professional for specific guidance on how to take advantage of Section 179 for your business. That's my secret sauce for today.
That's awesome, Terry. Good stuff there, and appreciate you sharing that. And I love how you broke down the specifics of it, right? Like sometimes we kind of get like, oh, I understand the general idea of 179, but yeah, you had some really, really good points here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Doug Quinn just popped in, and I haven't read it, so I may be doing. he might be getting me, but I'll read it out with you guys. I will have great news with a Caribbean theme in a couple of weeks. It comes with great business stories about never giving up when obstacles get in the way. Phone ringing, of course. Obstacles get in the way of your goal. Press forward. Be a hard charger. Okay, not a got you, but
Interesting, Doug.
yeah. Man, maybe we need to get Doug on the Two Regular Guys podcast. Yeah. Doug. All right.
One of those evening shows where we can have a beer.
Yes. A red beer with orange slice. And
Exactly.
What was the red beer we used to drink? Gosh, I can't remember.
Killian's Red.
Thank you. That good times, boy. All right. We don't need to relive all those good times. Hey, you guys, this has been awesome. Congratulations to all the REGGIE nominees. Again, we will do our best to try to reach out to every single person that was nominated just to let them know. And if you guys, yes, thank you, Doug. If you guys know somebody that was nominated, please send them a congratulations and note that. And then if you know somebody that's being voted on and you want to support them, share it. Again, tworegularguys.com/REGGIES will get you to the voting. I just went through them all, and everything looks to be working okay. There's a couple I need to fix something on the back end, but all the votes are coming through, so all good there. Yeah, I can't wait to announce the winners come December 12th, Terry.
Crazy, it's here already. But we also want to thank our show producer, Eric Campbell, for keeping the show moving and pushing the buttons and turning the wheels. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, Eric, appreciate you, man. We couldn't do this show without you.
For my dad joke.
He even has the dad hat. He's got to get underneath it, you know. So. He's gotten so good at it over the years. All right. Well, Terry, next week we've got an awesome show scheduled for you. Daniel Frank, who's with Silver Screen Printing. I believe that's the name. We'll get that right. Dan Frank is somebody that I got to meet for the first time in person at the Impressions Expo in Dallas. Super guy, has this really amazing background and experience. And he's bought this company and turned it into a major player. And he's going to share some of the tips and tricks. Dan's got such a cool background. So we'll get all into that. But he's somebody that I cannot wait to talk to. He's so willing to just share all of his secrets and be open and honest about what he doesn't know, but what he's doing. And every time I've talked to him, I've like gone, oh, there's an idea. Terry, where's that junior little yellow legal pad? Right. You know, so bring a fresh pad, Terry, is what I'm saying.
I will do that. I love those episodes where we talk to people who are actually in the trenches every day out there working in the industry. So
absolutely
looking forward to that. Until then, I'm Terry Combs. He's Aaron Montgomery.
And that was the Two Regular Guys.
Here we go. We're out.
Awesome.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Two Regular Guys. We're here because of listeners like you, and we're so grateful to have you on this journey with us. For more valuable insight, be sure to visit our website, 2regularguys.com, and join the conversation on our Facebook page. And hey, if you or someone you know has expertise, a unique perspective, or a story worth sharing, we'd love to have them as a guest on the show. Just reach out. Remember, success in this industry isn't just about the equipment you own or the techniques you've mastered. It's about the mindset you bring and the connections you build. Keep learning, stay curious, and don't be afraid to think differently. Keep pressing on, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Two Regular Guys.